And talking about fire extinguishers, and they all have grades and colors
Yes.
coded for you to know which to have in your homes, in your car, and you want to advise us on that?
There are different fire extinguishers. There's the Class A fire extinguisher, the Class B, the Class C. It depends on, where, for your home. If you don't know how to use the fire extinguisher, please don't have it in your home. Because a lot of people say they do have fire extinguishers, but they don't actually use it. I would say go for the multi-task fire extinguisher, which can actually, kill fires in the kitchen, in the, electrical fires and all of that. But please know how to use them.
When you say know how to use them, we don't have one here for us to demonstrate, but on the top of your head, how would you advise that we use them just in case something occurs? We have seen some vehicles burn on the streets,
Okay.
and we have been able to see some people come to the rescue quite good.
I'll give you an example. In the home, like in the kitchen, I would advise people to have a fire blanket.
A fire blanket?
A fire blanket in the kitchen. That is the most advisable form of extinguisher that you need in the kitchen. So if you have a fire in the kitchen, mostly will be the cooker area. Just take out the fire blanket. It's easy. Just cover wherever the fire is, wherever it's coming from, and then it keeps the fire. But make sure it's the genuine fire blanket.
Oh, that's another that's another headache.
Where to get
exactly it's the
genuine
one. It's the genuine one, because you don't want to have a fake one, and then at the end of the day,
how long does it last? Fighting one fire, can you use it for another fire? We're trying to see if we can put them to test. For instance, I go to the market and I get a fire blanket. I can just put a fire somewhere.
Depends whether
and see, just to try it out and see, run a drill on the fire blanket.
It depends what sort of fire and how big the fire is that you need to contain. If it's a small fire, maybe a small cooker fire, then you can use a fire blanket and then you reuse it again.
So I can try it out to see if it's genuine.
It's like you using an extinguisher. If it's fire extinguisher is filled up with say foam, for example, if you use it for one fire incident, you can still reuse it again.
Okay, what advice would you give to parents for their children, and then for children too? Because sometimes fires break out when children are alone at home, and they are helpless because they don't know the basic. Sometimes maybe the TV is on so loud they don't even know. What advice could you give for the children? Okay,
for children, I would say, for a start, do not leave children on their own. Never leave children unattended. Make sure that there's an adult with children indoors. And if you have to, the safest thing for any child to leave their home in the case of a fire, which most fires actually break out in the middle of the night, would be a smoke alarm. It's the easiest, it's the cheapest form.
But you need to train them.
Yeah, for you to train the children, if you have a smoke alarm indoors, because if you don't have a smoke alarm, how is the child going to know that there's a fire? So when you have a smoke alarm, it would ring that there is a fire, and the children would know, and then they would scream, "Mom, fire, fire, fire." And then what they do is that they go to the door, wherever, most houses have an exit, like we've come in through that door. So we know there's a fire. If there's a fire in here, that would be our first way of going out. So we'll go to that door, and then a child will actually test the handle of that door with the back of their hand. And if it's cold, then there isn't any fire on the other side. Then it's safe for them to go out. But if it's warm, or what I would say to children is that just get blankets, pillows, anything, just put it underneath the door, and then go low. Go low, and then scream for help, help. And then just go through the nearest exit.
So if the handle is hot, do not open?
Do not, because there's fire on the other side.
You just can't burst in when you open?
You just stay in where you are. And then just go to the nearest exit, like window or something, and then just scream, fire, fire, fire.
What about exit? Homes. I have seen homes with just one door.
Yes, I know. It is. I believe that's illegal. That is illegal. There should be several exits to a home.
A minimum of how many?
At least two. They should at least have it two.
When you say at least two, where should they be, in what directions should they be positioned?
If they, say for example, you live in a flat, there should be one in front which takes you in, and there should be one at the back. But if you live in a duplex, you'd have balconies. There should be one on the balcony as well. There should be two upstairs and two at the bottom as well.
So the structuring, or there should be a re-evaluation of the way buildings are structured.
Exactly, yes. And burglary proofs should actually be looked at. The way our burglary proofs are done is not adequate, because then people cannot get out of buildings. I go into buildings sometimes and I look at the burglary proofs and then I'm thinking, if I should occur here, how are people going to get out?
But the burglary proofs are built to keep people out, to keep some people out. So how do you manage keeping people out and getting people out?
No, but there is a way, because you can have burglary proofs whereby it shuts like this. Do you understand? You don't have to have burglary proofs that are like rigid like that. They're like it's kind of like you're in a prison cell or something. You can have.
I've seen the one that shuts.
You have
yes,
seen it,
yes.
and then you can have a lock on it, and then the lock would actually keep the key safe where everybody knows where it is. So if a fire should occur, you just go and open wide, and people can get out, and then it's easy for the fire service to actually rescue you from that property rather than being stuck in there.
Well, one last one before letting you off. Firecrackers all over the place now, and we've been warned by the police and other safety agencies not to indulge in the fun of throwing firecrackers, and even what's the other big one called?
Bangers.
Fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks, yeah.
So what do we need to do if we must go ahead and have fireworks?
If you have to have fireworks, I mean, New Year celebration, Christmas celebration is all over the world. People do have fireworks. I would say have it in an open field. Don't have it in your backyard. Go to a big open field. And I think the state government, the local government, they should have like an area where, you know, people can come that night and then they'll have a display of fireworks and people can, you know, display whatever fireworks that they have, you know, to their own enjoyment. But they should not do it in the backyards and they shouldn't do it in their homes. No bingos, no bangers, no fireworks. It has to be done in an open air condition so that everyone's safe this Christmas.
Many thanks. Speaking with you, and when you talk about backyards, what also comes to mind is do not store petrol in your backyards, especially now that we know that we don't have so much to do. But Debbie Windele, fire and safety professional, would like to thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you so much for having me again. Thank you so much.
That's it on the show. Many thanks for being such a nice company. It's been a fantastic moment all the way. Don't forget to put off those appliances when you leave your homes. Don't forget to stay off so many things that can impede on your safety and security. And again, don't forget not to store petrol and other inflammables around your homes. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Thank you for being great company. I'm Imana Amawe.
Now I'm Nel Tagbe. Have a good day.